So I've been trying real hard to get on board with the Rumble platform. The last couple months I've been trying to get used to it, learn all the ins and outs for a couple of reasons. First, I want to be able to help other people understand how the platform works. I want to be able to answer questions about licensing agreements. More than anything, I really want to get a grasp on how all of us can make some money on Rumble. One of my primary reasons is that at any point in time, YouTube can and probably will pull the plug on any right-leaning content or, of course, my usual gun content. Right now we're already seeing companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, all just waging war on any viewpoint that doesn't necessarily align with theirs. We're not talking about extremist views here. We're just talking about anybody who doesn't necessarily fall into their particular circle. So let's be realistic here. Who knows how much time any of us really have left here on YouTube. So for me, Rumble is kind of a backup plan. I'd like to be able to move off of YouTube and move over to another platform that's going to be able to allow me to do the same thing that I do now while still earning some money to be able to keep the thing going. So for the last couple months, I've been uploading the most random videos to Rumble just as quick little tests. And I'm starting to find a few deficiencies here and there, and I wanted to take a few minutes to go ahead and let you guys know what I found. First and foremost, if anybody at Rumble wants to reach out to me personally, my contact info is linked somewhere around here to the channel. I'm not that hard to find. I do have some concerns about the platform, and I am more than willing to listen to anything that Rumble has to say about those concerns and set the story straight if I actually got anything wrong. Let's start with the user interface. It needs a full-blown overhaul. Whether I'm on the web version or the app that's on my phone, I really feel like it's like, I don't know, 2009 or so. It seriously needs an update. And believe me, I get it. Most people are used to YouTube, and most people don't do too well with change. One of the problems is that the browser version and the app are pretty damn quirky. They feel weird. There are a ton of things that are available on the browser version that aren't available on the app, and these are all really usable things, especially for content creators. When it comes to uploading content, I really have to ask, why do we need a whole separate app just to be able to upload content? Come on, Rumble, get your life together. Take those two apps, smush them together into one app that I can have on my phone to be able to do everything I need to do. Now, once you've uploaded a video, that's it. There's no going back. There's no editing, there's no deleting, there's no changing tags or the description, nothing. You upload it and it's just there. It's out of your hands at that point. Now, I'm not 100% sure why that is. My best guess is that it has something to do with the incredibly complicated licensing agreements that you have to agree to during the upload process. Those licensing agreements are what give you the ability to get paid as somebody who is creating and uploading content. Not only am I not completely clear on those licensing agreements, the wording is a little bit on the confusing side when you go ahead and sign those agreements. Two of those agreements are exclusives. One of those includes YouTube, and you get a higher percentage of the revenue that comes in for the ads on that video. The other one excludes YouTube, but you get a slightly lower percentage of the ad revenue. What the hell is this, Rumble? Does that mean I can't post the same video that I just posted on Rumble onto my YouTube channel because I signed an exclusive agreement that included YouTube? It would be really nice if there were some clarification on the website, but unfortunately, the site itself doesn't have a lot of clarification. You know what else would be nice? If I could double back a couple days later and edit the search terms or maybe the description of my video, because you know what? We all make mistakes. Sometimes we forget to add stuff. Sometimes it's 3 or 4 days later that somebody watches your video and reminds you that you spelled something wrong in the description. I mean, isn't that better business to let me go back into my video later on and make some minor tweaks and edits? It seems to me that that is going to help me bring in more views which is going to make Rumble more money, which is going to make me more money. Like, it's good business for everybody. But no, that is not a thing. You can't do that on Rumble. Once you post it, that's it. It's out there for the world, and there's no going back. You know, content creators, they can't just keep making content forever unless they have some sort of income coming in for that content. That's just the reality of it. You can't keep pumping money and time into something that has little to no financial return. It's just not possible. Now, when you actually do start making some money from creating content, whether it's, you know, podcasts or YouTube videos or Rumble videos, one of the first things that you want to do is take a deep dive into the numbers, the analytics. You want to see what videos exactly are making money. You need to be able to take a look at raw data and figure out why it is that that particular piece of content that is making money resonated so well with your audience. You want to be able to create content that keeps drawing in views, because that, in the end, is what actually makes money and makes all of this time that you spend financially worth it. Now, in order to make content that people like, you have to know what it was about previous content that they liked, what it was about previous content that they didn't like. Rumble knows this. They have to know this, right? You get paid, the platform gets paid, your audience is happy because they're watching videos that they enjoy. Simple stuff. What I'm getting at is Rumble's almost non-existent analytics. I'm going to be perfectly honest. They're about as useless as it gets. There's no real information in there. The money that I have made on the platform, I couldn't tell you what videos that's from. Couldn't tell you what about those videos that people liked. I couldn't even tell you if people watched the entire video or just the first 15 seconds. Seriously, it's a friggin' mystery over there. At this point, the whole idea is just keep pumping the platform with content and hope that it pays. Now, I get that YouTube's been in this business for a very long time, but this one simple thing, if it is not fixed, and I mean fixed soon by Rumble, that platform is going to fall flat on its face. You cannot successfully create content if you don't have the ability to take a deep dive into the numbers and see what's working and what isn't. Once you've navigated through the confusing gauntlet of upload procedures and you eeny, meeny, miny mode a licensing agreement, your video is now on the platform. Kind of. At that point, a screen will pop up that gives you a few links. It gives you some share links. You've got a HTML code to go ahead and embed that video on your website if you so choose. This is where things get a little bit weird. Now, if I double back to my phone, open up the Rumble app, and I take a look at that video that I just uploaded, it's going to say analyzing. Okay, analyzing video. What does that even mean? Well, it won't go into the daily Rumble to get voted on until it's done being analyzed. Okay, that's fair. I'll wait. I'm kidding. Don't hold your breath. If I take a look at my account, I have one video that has shown us analyzing for almost 2 months. I have one that has been 3 weeks, and I have one that's been 6 days. So of course I emailed support because I needed to ask some basic questions. What is this analyzing process? What is it that you're looking for? What can I do as a creator to help speed up that process? These are all great questions. If you are setting out to find an alternative to YouTube, these are questions that you need answers to. These are questions that I need answers to. I have to know the process so that I can plan for it accordingly. Here on YouTube, I generally post a video every Sunday. I may have 2 or 3 of them that are pre-recorded sitting on the computer that I'm going to edit throughout the week. But a lot of times I'll come in here to the studio and I will record most of the video on Saturday. I'll stay up late Saturday night editing. I'll get it posted up to YouTube Sunday morning. I'll get my description all taken care of, all that stuff, and then it goes live Sunday afternoon. If you subscribe to the channel, you know every Sunday 360 Tactical Solutions is dropping a video. It's almost like clockwork, unless I need a day off. I don't exactly know what that is, but I hear they're great. So if I'm ever going to leave YouTube, I need to know that whatever platform it is that I'm going to, I can keep a regular schedule with my videos and things aren't getting tied up. So about a day and a half later, I did get an email back from Rumble support. I'll give them credit where credit's due. They did email back. The response, however, did not clear up the questions that I had. We look at content to make sure it's advertiser friendly. There's no list of factors that go into it because there are too many to list. Yeah, so that's the response. Mind you, I was asking why my videos had been pending for so long. I asked what pending or analyzing, whichever term they want to use, what that meant and what I can do to help speed up the process. I guess in reality, they did kind of answer one question. Pending or analyzing is essentially nothing more than them going through the video and making a determination as to whether or not I'm going to get paid when that video gets viewed. Okay, fair enough. As much as I think that the way YouTube does business is absolute crap, I am going to give them credit where credit is due. They actually do have a section that goes into great detail on what kind of content is and is not suitable for advertisers. Now, I'm not saying that I agree with their list because, to be perfectly honest, I think most of it is horseshit. How it is that item A is okay, but item B is not okay is completely beyond me. Some things do make sense, but as a general rule, almost everything on YouTube's list doesn't make sense. But at least they have a list, an actual detailed list. Search for it sometime. It's kind of mind-blowing. Yes, YouTube does constantly change the rules for what is and isn't acceptable. And yes, it is nearly impossible to know today whether or not you're in violation for a video that you made 2 years ago, which could potentially make it to where you're, getting demonetized. But there's a list. YouTube has managed to make a list. But Rumble can't because there's too many factors to list. Now, if I sound frustrated, there's a very good reason to that. Let's talk about those 3 pending videos that I have sitting on Rumble right now. All 3 of those are here on my YouTube channel. You see, most of what I put on Rumble was just test videos. I put a couple of videos of my cats on there, put a couple of videos, drone footage, just random stuff. But I took 3 videos that were gun-related content that are here on YouTube, and I uploaded those to Rumble. So as far as I understand, those 3 videos that are sitting there being analyzed to decide whether or not they're acceptable for monetization, those 3 videos are up on YouTube, and they are perfectly acceptable for monetization on YouTube, of all places. Apparently not on Rumble. Think about that. I'm making money off of those 3 videos right now as we speak on YouTube. Over on Rumble, they're still pending. One of them, it's been over 2 months. Not a good look, Rumble. Not a good look at all. Now, I want to be perfectly clear here. I am not saying that Rumble won't monetize gun content. I actually can't say for sure either way. I know that platform does have gun content on it, but as far as the 3 videos that I posted over there, Rumble hasn't monetized them. They haven't given me any explanation as to why, so it's a mystery to me. At this point, I'm fairly disappointed with Rumble as far as the content that I personally make. That's not to say the average person can't make a home over at Rumble with, whatever type of content they want to create. I'm just saying that for me, personally, right now, I don't know if I can move my stuff over to Rumble. I feel like the platform is falling short of being Second Amendment friendly, and to me that's a pretty big letdown considering some of the people that own controlling shares in the company. I really had high hopes that Rumble was going to be a viable option for people like myself who are firearms enthusiasts to go ahead and migrate away from YouTube and into a new type of platform that we could call home and go ahead and start making money over there. But I don't know that that's going to happen right now. Now, if Rumble makes some changes, if they do some updates and I feel like the things that they're doing are leading them into a more viable option, I'm going to be more than happy to make another video and let people know what I think. Right now, though, from my perspective, that's just not the case. Right now, what I'm seeing is that Rumble is a platform that has a lot of growing to do. It's a platform that has great intentions, massive goals, and someday it could very well be the alternative that most people are looking for. Today is not that day, though. Today is a day where Rumble really needs to take in that feedback and do some soul searching. They need to listen to people that use the platform. They need to listen to people that upload content to the platform, and hopefully in the near future make those changes that they need to make. Otherwise, nobody's going to leave YouTube for them. So I've sent in emails with questions. I've sent in emails with suggestions. And of course, I'm making this video right now. That's about all that I can do personally. For those of you who are on Rumble and want to see the platform improve, the best advice that I can give you is send emails into the support email there at Rumble and let them know what you think. Let them know the areas that need to improve. Ask them for new features. Keep posting content, and if enough people get active, not only posting content but sending in those emails, eventually Rumble's going to either fix it or shut down, one or the other. Again, I do have high hopes that Rumble takes off and they kind of work out some of the bugs in their system. But for right now, being somebody that creates gun type content, I can't move my channel to a platform that is going to hold up my videos for months on end and not go ahead and monetize them, in a reasonable amount of time. Sure, it's a crapshoot with Google. They could shut me down any day. They could decide to demonetize me at any point. But unless Rumble can offer me a viable alternative, it is what it is.